Hi there, this is an unboxing of the PASCIFUN Carbon X III 2000 fishing reel. And let me just show you this real quick. So I have an Okuma of the same size. You see this is the boxing. So that's fine because they're protecting this reel because it's getting more and more delicate. And this is the lightest reel I have at this size. So let's take a look. We have our directions and our washer. I'm going to have a warranty, schematic, probably a parts list, probably be some stuff to do online. To compare that to the Okuma, which is about 5 years older, you have a lot more paperwork in here. I have all the stuff I put on the Okuma, 200 yards of 20-pound braid, so it's just a little bit more detail. I did do the warranty online on this, so you just have a bit more info on an older reel. I think that's just because of the age. Nowadays more stuff's online. So here's our handle, here's our reel. Okay. So it's very light. It has a good turn. So there's a lot of weight reducing on this reel. So you probably have just one guide rail and then the main shaft. I don't know if you have two. I'll have to look at the directions. But they're reducing weight, so I don't see an anti-reverse here like the Okuma. Let's look at the Okuma. We have the anti-reverse. So let's take a look at the sizes. Oh, and just for reference, so 25 years ago I bought this reel, which is the same size. It's a 30 reel, which is a 2000 reel. This is a Pflueger President XT. Works beautiful today, 25 years old. It's obviously been well kept. So that's 9.1 ounces. And then as I started to move into my 50s, I needed to reduce weight, like, cut your toothbrush in half, because I go backpacking. I would do that for as many as 9 days. So this is 7.7 ounces. This Okuma lays line like butter. Let's see, here's the Pflueger. But this has a mono backing and this has a electrical tape backing. So I don't know if that added to it or not. And of course this is beautiful too. These, I have two sons, so they have good homes to go to when my sons are backpacking with me. They can carry that extra weight. So then here we could hear the spool. Always keep it very undone here. So that's good at ship like that. Nice sound. There's the Okuma. That's nice. And here so the President is a lot lighter. Again, 25 years old. And for this one, I'm going to put actually 15-pound line on it, so I might get 250 yards, but I'll be going backpacking for 9 days. So if I lose line, I'm going to have plenty of line on this reel, theoretically. Now you can see it's red, so it'll look beautiful on this reel. And I'll back this. It looks like it has a sticky thing here too to help with the braid attach. But I'll probably still back it with mono and then put the braid on and then put the fluorocarbon on. So you can see, get this out of the way, that it's exceedingly light, very light in your hand. You won't have any hand fatigue. My rod, reel, and string is actually going to weigh about as much as this reel. So that's how much I've come down in weight. So I'm committed to lose a pound this year. So this is 2 ounces. Hi there. I have the PASCIFUN Carbon X III 2000 reel, the ultralight reel, which came out in 2026, which it is now. And I have the PASCIFUN SpeedX Line Spooler. Now this line spooler can be a little finicky, but once you get it started, it actually works. There we go. And so what I'm doing is I'm putting mono backing on my reel, and then I'm going to go to braid and then to fluorocarbon. So I have a single uni knot, put it under the bail, and then I wrap it once and twice over. So it's actually a crisscross when it's on there. I'm going to run the single uni knot down. Oops, see, I told you it was finicky. And then I'm going to hook this back up and I'm going to start reeling it in. And then I'll come back when I have the braid. Okay, now I have my mono backing, which I cinched down. I don't want to do it too tight because this is just old mono backing. I don't even know the line weight, but it's skinny enough. Which I tied with a single uni to the reel. And then here I have a double uni knot that I am going to cinch up and trim down. Log it. Sure, doing the right side. Okay, so that's in there. From here, we're going to move to the PASCIFUN SpeedX Line Spooler. This has been a little finicky for me, but I think as I get to learn how to use it, you know, you have to essentially, these have little claws. You unscrew this, they're loose, and then you screw it in, and these want to be kind of pulled down like that. If they'll release if you go backwards. So that's what I think the finicky part was for me. Now that I figured it out, I can kind of bypass that. Screw this down. Yeah, still right there. See it laying down on the reel, nice and even. And you see this line spooler is rotating to keep my line from tangling. And what you want to do is you want to keep an even speed because you don't want the line to wrap around those little arms. Otherwise you have to fix it and then start over again. But so when I said finicky, it was like finicky my first time, and now it works just fine. So this is 15-pound line. I chose red because I'm going to have fluorocarbon top, so I have a mono backing, single uni knot crisscross over to attach the mono to the reel, and then double uni from the mono to the braid, and that prevents the braid from rotating around the reel. It had a nice backing that I think would help prevent that by itself, but with this you really ensure it, and I really set that mono in just as I set those knots in. So, and I don't mess with the FG knot. There's no reason to mess with the FG knot. Matter of fact, when I connect this to fluoro, it'll actually go from this line. I'll tie this with a modified cinch knot. Okay, looks like we're there. All right, so that was that, and I might pull a little bit of line off. You see how